All right, we are live, and to go over stuff here while everything is running through. First, let's look at comps. Diablo's a very forward engage tank. Lucio's a very forward engage healer. The nice thing is he doesn't use mana to heal. Junkrat and Li Ming do not need to get close. So it looks like we're going to be double soaking with Li Ming, or excuse me, with D.Va, and running a 4-man bottom. They didn't pick a traditional tank. They're going to be using Gazlo and Maiev kind of in that way. And as we'll come to see, oh, I'm in the old replay viewer. Yeah, I am going to quit this and reload that because that replay viewer is not our friend. Okay, options, observer. Oh, I need to download 0.69, but no worries. Okay, so they don't have a traditional tank. They do have plenty of crowd control between Maiev and Gazlo, and their team naturally wants us to come into them. So while I don't have the draft in front of me, I can't tell you what order we picked in. I know that Satan Saves has been favoring Diablo lately, and I wonder if that was early or not. I don't know, but they want us to come into them. And so while it doesn't necessarily feel very Diablo-ish, we can hold back and just be a wall instead of a hard engage. And the reason they want us to come into them is if Maiev can grab both Lucio and Diablo at the same time, now her team can set up a crowd control combo off of that. And we'll see later that we get hit with the Entomb, Gravo Bomb, Warden's Cage, Eternal Feast, bit of a wombo, and that messes with us pretty hard. Yeah, if I had to guess, that was Screen Cleanse. Yeah, it was. So sadly, D.Va is bugged in this version of OBS, so we won't be able to see her health as much. But when we see Gazlo break off, that's when we can go aggressive, because these three are fairly squishy to burst, especially early on. But the main problem that we will see is that we end up getting caught by that Leoric and Maiev a lot. Okay. So we could have been on these camps earlier. You can see we're already at a minute 20. They've capped theirs, we haven't. So by being in this center bush, and that's fine, we should have seen Gazlo go up. When we see that, we want to announce that to the team. We lost at least a couple of globes there. If you're in the left bush, you can't quite see over here on the right, but it gives you some pretty immediate ability to peel. Good news, we cleared their camp. Good smack on the Gazlo. We got his green cleanse. Boom, Gazlo goes down. And so I feel like our early successes on this map got us to a point where we didn't respect their wombo that comes in on 10. Now, so right there we charge, we don't have a wall, and our Li Ming is backing up. So it was an opportunity, yes, but it wasn't an opportunity that really led to any success for us. I do really like this, getting siege out on their wall. Yeah. Their Maiev is what killed you in games 1 and 3. I can't remember what they played in 3, but I'd be interested to look up Stampy here and see why on earth Stampy is in Div E. So we trade the tops. Let's look at experience here. So Diva's winning on the experience. Some of that's because Leoric's had help by somebody coming up to mid. And overall experience were relatively close. Heroes were fairly even. We are missing some minions. Being down by almost 900 minion experience is a pretty big deal. Talents. Diva. Okay, so we've got the right talents for double soaking. I don't love the full metal, but it works as far as double soaking goes, so I understand why. So I think Junkrat's fantastic for delay. He and Ming are both artillery types, and so we don't have to get up in their grill. We should never have Maiev be catching both of them. Right here, if like we win the point, we lose Junkrat. I can't remember if we lose somebody else, but we just got to be very aware of where the Leoric is. The bomb was an okay disengage, but I feel like we probably could have saved it and still gotten out safe. Josh says pancakes. So here, I don't like this engage. Again, they want us to come to them. We kill Leo. Are we going to lose somebody for it? Yes, 2 somebodies. 1.5 so far. Does Jack get away? He does. Okay. So we traded. But trading when it's Leo is a loss, because Leoric is going to spawn in the battlefield. He's going to cheat death and spawn faster in the battlefield. And so we don't want to just trade whenever it's a Leoric. And really, we even traded down a little bit more than that because they got the mech too. So you can see experience-wise, we're feeling a little bit behind. Overall, we're ahead. We've caught up on minions. Diva's got stuff pushing in here. And we're gonna get 10s. So as soon as we get 10s here, and we see Leo in the mid, and, let me see. I want to back up to see if Leo used Wraith Walk to get to mid. Okay, he did not. I think he would be on 0. Oh, he would be on 6. So I would have liked to have seen us as soon as we hit 10, Diva just comes screaming down for a fight. Because Leoric was going to have to deal with the wave there, and the top wave was going to go for free. Alright, so we see their Wombo. We lose 1. Get 1, we lose a 2nd. We get we kill a 2nd, so now we're 2 for 2. But again, one of them's Leoric. I'm glad we killed the Maiev. Okay, so we win this fight. But they also just showed their hand, right? We know the combo that they're going to do over and over and over. Satan, you just need a back. Satan, you just need a back. You have no mana. Alright, we scared him off. That's fine. I don't know that we needed Diablo there, but we're definitely going to need Diablo with mana. Experience, we're still ahead. We take Arcam. We're speeding along. We're up 13s. Diva's picking up soak. You can see here on the mini-map, and there it goes again. Let's rewind. Diva did a fantastic job picking up kills there. So here, we're 13, and we see Leo in the top lane. We want to use our boosters here, get on that point, and get Diva down here. So even without the Leoric and Tomb, we go in. Again, they want us to go in. We got the three of us kind of stuck together there. And unfortunately, Satan, I think, hits 3 different bounce backs between the Warden's Cage and the Umbral Bind. So, to pause quick, one thing that I would have liked to have seen given this game is don't take Calamity. We don't want Ming to be any closer to their team. We want her to be able to stay safe and just bomb. And so if you want to take full orb build, great, do it. If you want to go full magic missiles, fantastic. But I don't recommend Calamity into their team, because that means you're that much closer to Maya, you're that much closer to Gazlo. And if instead Ming can just stay at range and be teleporting around and safe and dropping orbs, we're good with that. We don't have to go in to fight them as much. And with Junkrat, kind of the same idea. We don't want Junkrat to be close. Lucio has to be relatively close by nature of his healing, but that's where we're going to talk a little bit about the idea of team fight positioning using the tank forward type of thing. Diablo can be in there, especially with you being auto attack build. Diablo can stay in there for quite a bit of time without us being right next to him. Now, I know Dynasty really likes Lucio, and I think that he works fine on this map. Perhaps a healer that didn't have to be right next to Diablo, or one that could, for example, if it was Uther, you give Diablo armor and you have lockdown and Uther gets armor, that may have worked a little bit better. Uther has a standard cleanse to get out of the Wombo combo. He could use Divine Shield to completely get somebody out of the Wombo combo, or Divine Storm to counter their engage. But they're going to wait for you to come in multiple times, and they're going to pop their combo on you. So Diablo resets with souls, no big deal. It sucks to lose the health, but we're not down an entire person for this fight. So they just zone us off. It looks like Maya might move great in tune, and a solid interrupt, with having the apocalypse go out. Yeah, Diva can be a fantastic anti-wombo with defense matrix. I think that a lot of times Jack was busy with his chores up top and wasn't able to be there. Yeah, that one's tough. And that Eternal Feast here, we're going to back up again. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 7th one didn't hit anybody, but that means that we had Eternal Feast hit 7 times. It's currently at 364 damage. So 3 times 7 is 2100, 7 times 6 is another 480. We are over 2600 damage right there. It was a decent disengage by Corso there, but yeah, we don't need to have Li Ming really come past this wall to be able to bombard in this area, particularly if we take the orb talents, because it gives us farther range. Junkrat can stay over here and launch grenades over, and so we we constantly go really far into a comp that's meant to counter engage us. Like that is one of the things that Maev does really well, is counter engage. And if Leoric can't reach you and he has to use his Wraith Walk to get to you, it means he doesn't have an escape. So if we let him get in there, or we get to him so he doesn't have to use that, and he has an escape that gives him a free unstoppable, now we can't crowd control the Skeleton King, and we run into troubles there. Back to experience. We're still extremely even on experience. They're 5-man engaging here. Our mine was unfortunate, or super unfortunate there, and we get full womboed. We lose 3. We lose the camp. Jack comes down, but he got a little surprised on the rotation. Leoric was already mid, and they just quick rotated. And that's just something that we'll improve comms on. The skeleton sappers had or pumpkin sappers had a bit of a weird connection there. And I don't know that we ever quite recover at this point from that engage, because they had so much time and they made the right choice of just sieging that down.
The altars have risen. Activate them.
So they get 2, they come down here, they get an Entomb, it misses, but the Grabo Bomb doesn't. We did pretty well with that one. Boom, Orphea's dead. We lose Mech, we lose Ming. So even without Orphea, they execute that combo on us and get 2. So the main thing to learn from this one is we just had a bit of engage grouping problem. So they got another one off for 4 shots. Yeah. Let's back this one up, but if I had to guess, even in normal motion, we clumped a little bit and they punished us for it. Alright, so they missed the Entomb, we missed the APOC. We're really close. And they catch Ming. So here, imagine if Ming was on this side of the barrier. Hopefully you can see this with the cursor, because I believe, yeah, my actual mouse cursor doesn't show, but my guidelines do. So right here, up by where I call the channel exit, if Ming's here and just lobbing orbs over the wall, Gazlo can't really hit her, Rhaegar can't hit her, Maev can come over the wall and catch her, but then she's not going to be after everybody else on the team. Leoric's been relatively tied up. We had fairly free orb resets over this wall because the enemy team won't see over the wall. They won't see the orb coming, so then their time to react to the orb becomes that much shorter. And that's when Li Ming orb build just goes nuts. And then same thing with Junkrat, we could probably be over here and just lobbing orbs over. Even up here is fine, same idea as Li Ming. We can just be lobbing stuff. We can be safely in here with a mine set up, a concussion mine, to either give us an easy exit or dissuade the enemy team, possibly even save our own team, depending on the exact timings and placement. But they cap, we're down to 6 shots. Yeah, they're making the correct choice to just siege here. They better not let any of these hit. Okay, so they're gonna walk shots in and go take the boss. Ooh, nice riptire to save the shots. So we did have 1 get in, but 2 was the magic number they needed for the boss. Unfortunately, at this point, they're 20s, we're not, and it's a double altar phase coming up, and they have 5 points. Wombo combo, boom, 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 boom. We get deleted. Alright, so there's no shame in losing to a wombo combo. There's a learning experience, sure, but we've all done it. I can remember a specific finals. We won, or not finals, playoffs match. We won Towers of Doom against a certain villainous team, and then we had them on the ropes on Infernal Shrines until they kept executing their wombo combo on us, and we didn't adapt fast enough. So they had Zeratul, Leap Sonya, and ETC, and I can't even remember who their mage was. So yeah, we made a desperation play trying to finish, but we were down numbers. There wasn't a lot for us to do there, and it was tough. It happens. Um, so there's all sorts of wombos, and if we want to build wombo combo comps, we can. But the main way to deal with a lot of those is simply positioning. If we don't get 4 people caught by the void prison, we can't get 4 people that leap on us with Sonya, or 4 people that get slid by an ETC and then moshed, right? And so uh, Zul Rules doesn't really like the idea of full orb build, just take orb at 4, but those resets would have been very powerful for us. And I think Calamity was dangerous considering the comp. So let's see, ranged assassin. There she is.
I am here to help.
Really, any of them are good. I personally like Aetherwalker. I don't play a whole lot of Ming, but that's where my preference is. Triumvirate here, which is the one we talked about. 5 seconds of cooldown reduction, 40 mana, and here with 7 orb, which is what I was talking about, it can travel an additional... Oh, no, wait a second. Where... Okay, 16 is where it travels farther. But the cooldown reduction is nice. Seeker would have worked fine for us. But just that idea of having the orb at 4 with the resets and being able to poke on the objective could have been big. I liked our 10. 13, I take Illusionist a lot as well, because I like the get out of jail free card. Cannoneer would have been fine. I wouldn't have recommended Glass Cannon in that one. We were already having troubles with the wombo combo. 16, Mirror Ball is extremely popular. Fireflies is fine. I'm kind of a teleport build just because I don't know how to play her, so it keeps me alive. Arcane Orbit would have been nice for the farther travel and extra bonus damage, but there's still options there. And then for 20, we didn't make it to 20, but Repulsion is amazing, and I think Archon Pure Power is fine to give you a 5th ability, if you will. Bruiser, Diva. So I liked the idea of the healing from Full Metal. I think that worked very well for the idea of double soaking. Pro moves is also fantastic because you're getting the armor and reducing what damage you take, but you're also increasing your movement speed, which is extremely powerful. And then even your basic attacks in mech, or to get you back into mech. Rush down was the correct option for you. Get to the point was the correct option. Micro missiles was the correct option. 13, I didn't see what you got, but I would say either good to go or target locked, depending on exactly how you're team fighting. Good to go does give you Torpedo Dash, which is a little bit of a get out of jail free card. Here, you want to go Diverting Power. It makes the area massive and can cover an entire team fight, plus you'll get a little bit of healing done. So, and then here, I take a Blade of Armor when I play Diva. So, do make sure when you watch this to read the comments in chat. You've got Snow Glare and Veggies. Veggies would be a fantastic source of info, especially if you are looking at more Diablo play. I think your Diablo build was fairly standard for auto attack. So Feast on Fear, Life Leech, Diabolical Momentum, APOC, Cruelty. I really like Overpowering Nightmare. A lot of people like Domination. I find that Overpowering Nightmare, you get the extra procs on the heal, and it just messes up people's positioning and rotation, and I think it's funny. So at 20, I've gone all of them. My personal favorite right now is probably Hellgate, but I've definitely taken Lord of Terror, and I've even taken Dying Breath, just for the massive cooldown reduction if you can get big wombos. I would have liked to see a different healer than Lucio, just given their Maiev and Gazlo comp. Lucio's got a little bit of a save, but imagine, for example, if we had Deckard who just shuts off a engage with Stay a While and Listen. If we had Anduin who can literally pull someone out with a get out of jail free card. Stukov can swipe away and engage. Let's see. Ariel can give you a lot of forgiveness with Resurrect or even with Crystal Aegis. And then Uther, we talked about the Divine Shield. Brightwing with having the Pixie Dust, and then at level 20 being able to take Fairy Protector, as well as the ability to have Soothing Mist right out of the gate for a cleanse. All great things. Lily sounds strange, but Lily has one of the best cleanses in the game with Let's Go, and she also has a fantastic heal through an entire team fight ult. And a blind through Blinding Wind means that Maiev does not get her Umbral bind off. So there are quite a few options. I don't think we played it terribly. We just got caught in their wombo. It happens to all of us. If you want to learn some wombos and practice them and repay FF and the Pancakes in the playoffs, we can do that. But the the things we did in the map, the double soaking by D.Va, the execution of the 4-man, we played the macro side of the map fine. They just executed a wombo and sieged, and they did that enough times that they won the game. So let's see, we got a few comments here. AA is fine for that comp if they had a different DPS pairing while Diablo stayed in the back. They actually did the harder thing where they kept looking for re-engagement Qs, in which case they would have gotten more value for Q talents or W. It also meant they kept trying to reposition instead of just auto-attacking. So we do have some great comments from some fine players in the chat, so check those out as well. I'm going to end this stream, but I plan to catch maps 2 and 3 tomorrow. But good job, guys. Keep your head up, and we'll get them on the next one. It does look like you are playoff bound, so that's fantastic. And we will keep building up for that point so you can make a fantastic run then. So thanks, everybody. I'll say a quick hi to my mom. And also, everybody should vote for all 12 Storm League maps in the NGS map pool.